these heat races. Next 3 to the B, and then whatever is left over after that would go to the C. We will have 8 cars to do a 6-lap dash. That determines the first 4 rows of the main event. How you make the dash, the winner of these upcoming heat races get locked in, and then the next fastest in qualifying to transfer, that'd be in the top 5. Those are your 2 cars that would move on to give us 8 cars. Your C main event right now would be 10 laps. Your B main event, 12, and tonight's 30-lap finale, 30 laps. That is your format for tonight's opening session here at Silver Dollar Speedway. We've got some cool NOS Energy drink hats to give away later tonight. If we get a chance, we'll do that during track prep. We also have some cool giveaways courtesy Pacific Highway Rentals in the 92 of Andy Forsberg. We'll do those tonight and or tomorrow night. Heat race number 1, we'll give you the lineup. It'll feature the 54X of Caleb Montgomery inside row 1. To his outside from Lincoln, California, the 83T of Tanner Carrick. Row 2, it'll be the 7 of Max Mitry outside, the fastest qualifier of the night, the number 10, Dominic Gordon. Third row, number 9, DJ Freitas. To his outside, the 8 junior, Brian McGann Jr. Fourth row, 15, Nick Parker. 7W, Dennis Shear. Fifth row, one of the Tyner Hurst cars, 94R, Corbin Ruschenberg out of Mesa, Arizona. To his outside, the 54 of Carson Hall. Final starter, starting in the 11th spot, would be the 77 Redding, California driver, Braden Williams. So heat race number 1, 11 cars. Heat race number 2, 10 cars. Heat race number 3 would be 11. And then heat race number 4, back to 10. As of now, we can tell you the number 69 has scratched for the night. That car no longer going to compete. No, correction, we thought we had some motor issues on that car, but now he's telling the officials he might come out. So anyways, we'll keep you updated on the driver from Colorado if he's able to race with us here. Tomorrow, pit gate opens at 2 o'clock. The front gate opens at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Front gate, 4 o'clock. Tickets still available if you want to pre-buy them at silverdollarspeedway.com. We'll have a happy hour for the adults that want to partake in some adult beverages from at least 4 to 5. We might let it linger a little bit longer, but if you do want to get some discounts on some brewskis from the Farmers Brewing beer booth, go say hi to Darren, Steve, Tracy, or my wife Kylie should be there tomorrow. We've got the kettle corn downstairs, the Gandy Candy. We have the Stephen Allard tribute shirts and hats downstairs. The face painter has once again been here for the kids. If you want to get your face painted and you're a youngster here tonight, make sure you stop by and do that. Novelty booth is open. And of course, our refreshment center open tonight. So things to do downstairs while we gather the heat race number 1 cars to the Speedway. If you do have any questions about next year's Gold Cup Race of Champions, you could head downstairs and talk to Rachel at the novelty booth as she's there. If you got any questions about camping or tickets, she would be probably the number 1 source. We will continue to update you over the winter at silverdollarspeedway.com with information about the Gold Cup. We'll get out our 2025 schedule right around Christmas time. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram also. Well, we talked about we're going to do a donation gathering for the Johnson family tomorrow. They've got the GoFundMe on the social media accounts. But Willie Croft, for the people at home on FloRacing, if you guys want to help out or somehow get a hold of Willie Croft this weekend, all of his merchandise for sale, he wants to remind people that it's going to go to the Johnson family. So he had some people on Flo that said, hey, what are you doing? Because it went to commercial. Anyways, for those watching, Willie Croft donating all of the profits this weekend to the Johnson family. If you want to pick up a shirt here, if you want to contact Willie through social media, I know his wife is also with us. Let me see how, let's see here. Come see Willie before the races or Samantha after the races here this weekend. They'll have hats, t-shirts, crew necks, sweatshirts, and hooded sweatshirts for sale. And he wrote that on Facebook. We'll remind people all of my merchandise sales this weekend will go directly to help Chase Johnson and his family with the medical expenses. So there you go. Willie Croft is on Facebook. I believe Samantha is also. But there'll be a way to get a hold of them via social media if you want to partake in that. So thanks to Willie. 25 years, Willie Croft, been slinging mud in sprint cars. It's his final season. Final 2 nights of racing here at Silver Dollar Speedway. They did a little bit of track maintenance while we were gone between qualifying and now heat race number 1. They're allowing these drivers to try to work in the bottom and top before we line them up. Well, quickly, cars have lined up. They're in their correct spots. Lights are out. Mike Shirley up here, DOC, making sure things are all good. We are ready to go. First race of the weekend. It'll be an 8-lap heat race. Caleb Montgomery, Tanner Carrick, your front row. And we're live. We're green. Into turn 1. Almost an issue on the front row, but we stay green. Caleb Montgomery slipped up a little bit in that Stanley Motorsports car. He'll race now Dominic Gordon. An adventurous opening lap number 1. Tanner Carrick, the leader. Dominic Gordon into second, followed by Caleb Montgomery now third. Max Mitri and Nick Parker would be your 5th and final automatic transfer to the main event. Brian McGann Jr. right behind Parker. That would be the transfer spot. Behind them, it's a good battle between Freitas, Carson Hall, and Dennis Shear. Back up front, lap number 4, that time by Tanner Carrick, followed by Dominic Gordon. Carrick about a half straightaway advantage over Dominic Gordon. You've then got Montgomery, Max Mitri, Nick Parker. Multiple car links in between each driver right now. No real battle for position on the racetrack. Corbin Ruschenberg in 7th, trying to close in on McGann for 6th. And right now it's the high side that's winning this battle for all the drivers. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Tanner Carrick jumped out to the early lead. Things go quickly with 8 laps. Checkered flag this time by. Carrick will go to the dash. He'll be joined by Dominic Gordon in the dash. Caleb Montgomery, Mitri, and Nick Parker all make the show. 6th on back, Corbin Ruschenberg, Freitas, Carson Hall. At the end there, Brian McGann Jr. off the edge in turn number 4. And that might be the difference between a B main event start and a C main event start. So tough break for McGann Jr., the 2023 Marysville champion. So Tanner Carrick won. He'll go to the dash. Dominic Gordon comes home in second. Caleb Montgomery, Max Mitry, and Nick Parker all make the show. Carrick and Gordon go to the dash. Looks like it's going to be Max Mitry talking to Elijah Jones. Max Mitry was fourth in that heat race, and it's cool to see him here hooked up with Snow Motorsports in the 7 car. We're going to send Elijah Jones downstairs and to see if we get a quick word from fourth place finishing Max Mitry.
Check 1, 2. All right, well, down here with our fourth place finisher in tonight's heat race number 1, Max Mitry. Max running the snow racing number 7 this weekend here at the Fall Nationals. Got it rolling pretty good there in the heat race, the fourth place effort. What do you got to do going forward later on in the main event to get this thing up front?
Just hope the track is in one lane. Obviously, I get it's heat races, and it's the first one. That's how it's going to be. So just greasy on the bottom, could I get a good start, and just got blew by. And after that, we're all single file right there. So going to start a little bit deep, but I guess we'll just have to go through it.
All right, buddy. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
There you have it, Max Mitry, our fourth place finisher in heat race number 1. And we'll head back upstairs.
All right, heat race number 2. Your lineup will include the 92 of Andy Forsberg, Auburn, California driver, Pacific Highway Rentals, 4-time champion here at Silver Dollar Speedway, but now a 27 overall time champion. Currently leading the Sprint Car Challenge Tour points, trying to get 28th at Stockton in November. To his outside, welcome in Jacksonville, Oregon driver Tanner Holmes. Both of these drivers look to do well tonight and tomorrow night. And the cool thing about them, they're both sponsored by Oroville Tax. So Forsberg and Tanner Holmes, kind of teammates this weekend. They share a same sponsor. Second row inside, Cotati, California driver Jake Hallett in the 7H. To his outside, a 3-time Fall Nationals champion, the 17W, Shane Golobic. Third row, it'll be the 1H of Bailey Hibbert, Medford, Oregon. And outside, Marysville driver Carson Hamas in the 56C. Fourth row, Yuba City, the driver from there, Seth Stanley, 25S. To his outside from Alberta, California, the 8 of Justin Henry. Final row, the 9T, it'll be Camden Robustelli, Medford, Oregon. And to his outside, Adriana DiMartini from Brentwood, California. The 9D, might remember her dad, Matt DiMartini, a longtime supporter of Civil War Racing 360 sprint cars back in the day. That is your field, 10 cars strong, heat race number 2. All right, here we go. We are set to roll heat race number 2. Auburn, California versus Jacksonville, Oregon on the front row. Once again, the all-important start from the front row. Whoever wins this race will go to the dash. More than likely, Shane Golubic, if he stays in the top 5, he would be the fastest qualifier to transfer. So Forsberg and Holmes, who's going to get the start, the advantage they need? We're agreeing. It's Andy. Start is so critical for these heat races. And up front, Forsberg, the veteran. Here comes Holmes, though, rolling the bottom. Hallett, Golubic, and Hamas, the top 5. Here comes Stanley. Seth Stanley rolling the bottom, trying to get around Carson Hamas. Great battle now for that 5. Oh, someone's upside down. Jake Hallett in turn 3. I missed it, but I saw him up in the air. It was one of those things. I was watching a different part of the track, and Jake Hallett got so high in the air, it caught my eyes, and I was like, who is upside down? Unfortunately, it was Jake Hallett, your 3rd place car at the time. And good news quickly, safety crew on scene. Jake Hallett is just fine. So good news, Jake Hallett quickly. And we're watching the replay on FloRacing as it comes up. Jake goes into turn 3, and we got one more lap, Mike. We'll get it going through. He's running in that 3rd spot. Forsberg leading. Shane Golubic looked to the inside. Hallett off of turn 2 into turn 3. And yeah, something just, he got hooked up in the cushion in turn 3. It looks like could have been also a mechanical deal, Mike, but thank you for showing me that. And the good news once again is Jake Hallett said he's just fine for now. Hallett, a 2-time main event winner this season at Marysville Raceway, a former Petaluma track champion. Jake Hallett out of this heat race. That should move now Shane Golubic up to 3rd, Carson Hamas 4th, and Seth Stanley for the restart would be 5th. That's the top 5. That's where you need to be. We officially did get 1 lap in. Well, the call has gone off. We're yellow on the Speedway, so we'll be back here momentarily for the restart of heat race number 2. So if you didn't make it to the Gold Cup, hopefully you enjoy this brand new fence that's been installed from turn 4 to turn 1. If you were here earlier this season, we had the new fence all the way through almost to the bleachers where it ends in turn 4. And now we've added on since then. We've taken this fence that used to be on the front straightaway and transferred it to the back straightaway for those in the pit area listening. That was all done the week of the Gold Cup back in August. We've noticed from our vantage point, though, in the main grandstands, the first 3 car numbers are a little scrambled from our area because of the mesh on that fence. So note to self in the off season, I've got to remove some of that mesh to allow us to see those numbers better, the first 3 cars. Didn't notice that at Gold Cup. Well, single file restart coming up. Forsberg the leader, followed by Tanner Holmes. Golovic. Carson Hamas, he got 3 wins this year down at Marysville to win the championship. In fact, he won on championship night to give him the 3rd win. Him and his brother Dawson Hamas had a great battle all season long. Drake Stanley, also a good little driver, was in the mix for a while. How about this stat? Elijah Jones just told me Forestburg, 75 career heat race wins here at Silver Dollar Speedway. Wowzers. Can he get to 76? We're about to find out. 7 laps to go. Good restart for Forestburg. Behind him, 3 cars had battled for that 4th spot. Justin Henry to the bottom. Look at this battle off turn 4. It's as close as it can get. Currently Justin Henry in that 5th spot, but here comes Seth Stanley. He'll drive around the outside, move him into 5th. Robustelli with a nice move. Him and Hibbert having a great battle. Back up front, though, no doubt about it. Andy Forsberg continues to lead. Forsberg, Holmes, Golovic, Stanley, and Hamas, your top 5. White flag coming this time by. In search of win 76 for his career for a heat race. Forsberg leading the charge into turn 3. Holmes, one final chance and dash at the bottom. Forsberg gets the win. Holmes, Golovic, Stanley, Hamas, your top 5. Well, congratulations. As Forsberg punches his ticket to the dash along with Shane Golovic. Looks like they're going to stop Seth Stanley, who was also 4th in that race. Seth probably didn't get the memo to get parked closer to the infield so we can push off the other heat race number 3. Elijah Jones quickly downstairs. Elijah, when you're ready, my friend.
All right, thank you very much, Troy. Down here with our 4th place finisher in heat race number 2, Seth Stanley in the Stanley Motorsports number 25 machine. Seth, great effort there in the heat race. Got this thing into the feature tonight. What do you guys got to do back in the pit area to get this thing up front?
We just got to just fix my mistakes mainly. My guys have been working their butts off, and hats off to them, but I just knew I had to move forward there and that, and I did. So now we're locked into the feature, and we'll see what we can do in that.
All right, buddy, head back to the pits and get ready to go later tonight, all right?
Yep, for sure.
There you have it, Seth Stanley out of Yuba City picking up the 4th place finish there in heat race number 2 and heading into tonight's feature event.
All right, thank you, Elijah. Congratulations to Seth for making tonight's main event. Wanted to give Forsberg a shout out. He has 30 career wins in 360 racing at Silver Dollar Speedway. That's the most on that side of things. Sean Becker, 23 wins. Shane Golovic, 16. Roger Crockett, 12. And Kyle Hurst, 11. So those are your top 5 if you separate the 410s and just talk about 360 racing. So a lot of accolades for Hall of Famer Andy Forsberg. And we'll see if he can pick up the 31st win of his career for at least 360 racing. A weird stat I found today, there's only 5 active drivers in the top 25 currently of all time at Silver Dollar Speedway, and we'll give you those names maybe the next time we have a stoppage on the racetrack. This will be your 3rd heat race, but the first for Group B. Lineup will include the number 9L Luke Hayes. From Dunnigan to the outside, Chico's Michael Ing. Second row, Dylan Bloomfield, 83V. To his outside, the 4SA of Justin Sanders. Third row, it'll be the 11S of Steele Powell. to his outside, the 76K of Kenny Allen. Fourth row, long way to go, a short time to get there. The 7B of Sean Becker, and outside of him, the 12J of John Clark. Fifth row, 17J Josh Young, 2S Jay Steinberg, and your final starter, the 30 of Carl Dravold. If everybody reports, it's 11 cars going 8 laps. The winner and the fastest to transfer out of the qualifying will also make the dash. Heat race number 3. Well, lineup is almost complete. One to go signal given to your field. And quickly, we're going to move into heat race number 3. Once again, here's the deal. Luke Hayes, Michael Ing, who gets to turn 1, could be the benefactor to make the dash. We'll see who has the best start off of turn 4. And we're green. Pretty even. The bottom's been good, though. And right away, it looks to be Hayes, but Michael Ing with a good head of steam to the bottom of the racetrack. Can he get it to stick? He does. Michael Ing, the move of the night so far, from second to the lead. That guarantees him a spot in the dash. That was huge. Justin Sanders rolling the bottom in third. He's got to stay in the top 5 and he'll make the dash. Fourth right now, Dylan Bloomfield, followed by Kenny Allen, 76K. That's your top 5. Behind them, Steel Pal, Sean Becker, Josh Young. Car off in turn 4. It'll be Jay Steinberg. That's the reason for the yellow. Turn 4. Well, in that list we talked about before we announced these cars, in the top 25 all-time at Silver Dollar Speedway, only 5 drivers still active in 2024. They include Shane Golobic, Andy Forsberg, Tim Kaning, Jonathan Allard, and the Shark Sean Becker. When you look at Becker, Jonathan Allard, Tim Kaning, and Andy Forsberg, of those guys in the top 6, Forsberg's the only driver to win a race since COVID. That was 2021. Sean Becker's last win at Chico, 2019. Jonathan Allard, 2016. Tim Kaning, 2019. So some of the guys I consider my Mount Rushmore of racing, it's been a while since I've been able to call a Victory Lane celebration here at Chico. Forsberg's been the most recent. That's been 3 years ago already. Green flag. Sanders to the inside, unable to make the pass. Michael Ing, your leader. Battle for the 5th spot. Kenny Allen has it. Steel Pal wants it. Pal on the bottom. Here comes Becker to challenge now Kenny Allen for 6th. Nice run by Kenny Allen. Can he regroup? Oh, he's up over the cushion. He's upside down. Just pushed it just a little too far, and that's all it took. Upside down, end over end for Kenny Allen from Chico. And he's already trying to climb out of that race car. it hadn't even come to a stop, and he saw his tall, lanky body. He wanted out of that thing. And safety crew quickly on the scene. Kenny Allen had just lost 5th spot, trying to battle back and retake the 5th spot from Steele Powell. And you could kind of tell that he went into turn 3 with ambition to get around Powell, and it just a little bit too quick hit that cushion. And on FloRacing, you'll see it at home, but my goodness, what a tumble by him. Sets the car. Yeah, it pushed too, right at the last little second. A little bit of bobble that threw him into the cushion. And that car upside down big time. It rolled to a stop. And before it stopped, Kenny Allen already getting out of the race car. Thank you, Mike. Mike DeHogan and I for FloRacing have bypassed the monitor. Unfortunately, the light's on, but we have no screen, so he's showing me his cell phone for those of you at home. And for those of you at home, if I'm talking about something and Mike might not be covering it, it's just because he has an earpiece. He can hear me, but that's the deal. We hope to get the monitor working tomorrow. If not, so sad, too bad. Last year, Friday night, your top 3 was Dylan Bloomfield, Andy Forsberg, Shane Golobic. That's how we ended things last year on Friday. Saturday night, your top 5 was Shane Golobic, his 3rd win of the Fall Nationals in tribute to Stephen Allard, but 2nd in a row. Sanders was 2nd, Landon Brooks 3rd, Caleb Henry and Michael Facento rounded out your top 5 last year. Currently, of those top 5, only 2 have returned, Golobic and Sanders. Next stoppage, if we get one, we'll talk about the 11 previous winners this season at Chico. Coming in tonight, we are on race number 12, and then tomorrow night, race number 13 for the season. Still up front, a golden opportunity for Ing to make the dash tonight. Just hasn't had the best luck at Silver Dollar, his home track, over the years. And tonight, he's up front. 4 laps remain in heat race number 3. Luke Hayes holding off Sanders, Bloomfield, and Powell. Sean Becker now in that 6th spot. The 7B's got to make a move to get in the main event. Josh Young, Carl Dravol, John Clark round out your field. Lights are out. Single file restart. Here we go. Sanders back to the bottom. He's got room this time. They'll slice and dice for 2nd. Luke Hayes back around Sanders. Now Sanders back to the inside of Hayes. Sanders motors into the 2nd spot. What a move. Great racing between those 2. Here comes Dylan Bloomfield. Behind them, Steele Powell trying to hold off Sean Becker. So far, so good for Powell. Bloomfield Bloomfield now slides up in front of Hayes. Becker with a run to the outside. White flag waving, 1 to go. Up front, Michael Ing is motored away. Oh, something expired on the 7B car. Whether it's motor, rear end, something up in smoke. Checkered flag will still come out. Michael Ing wins. Sanders, Bloomfield, Hayes, and at the line, Steele Powell. Well, an explosive way to end that heat race. Up in smoke right in front of the field, Sean Becker. But the win will go to Chico's Michael Ing. He'll go to the dash. Second is Justin Sanders, followed by Dylan Bloomfield, Luke Hayes, and your 5th place finisher making the dash tonight, your driver on the front straightaway, Steele Powell. Didn't make the dash, he makes the show, finishing 5th.
All right, well, thank you, Troy. Down here with our 5th place finisher here in heat race number 3, Steele Powell, holding on to make the show here in the 11S tonight. Steele, how much pressure were you feeling from behind there in the final couple laps?
I was getting hunted by a shark. I know that. We need to fine-tune this thing a little bit more. I can't be more proud of my guys. Dante, my dad, my grandpa, Uncle Bud, Robert Stice. Dude, I need to get better so bad. But we're getting closer every weekend, and that's all that counts.
All right, well, keeping the shark behind you is a good way to start. There you have it. 5th place finisher, Steele Powell, headed to the main event here tonight in car number 11S.
Good job, Elijah. Thank you to Steele Powell, finishing 5th, making the show. 6th on back, Josh Young, John Clark, Carl Dravold. Sean Becker did not finish the final lap. Kenny Allen upside down. Jay Steinberg, your final finisher. Well, your 4th and final heat race will be led by the 94 TH of Braden Charamonte, El Cajon, California driver. To the outside, Sassoon City driver, the 1 of Chance Grasty. 2nd row, 25 years of racing, comes to an end this weekend at Silver Dollar Speedway, the 29. Double down, Willie Croft. Want to mention once again, all of his merchandise profits this weekend go to Chase Johnson's recovery. To the outside, one of the top young rookies in Northern California. A win earlier this year at Placerville. He finished top 5s all the time. Did finish top 5 in points. Sacramento driver, the 2A, Austin Wood. Big things ahead for Austin. 3rd row to the inside, Elk Grove, California driver Bubba DeCaras in the 94. To his outside, the 76 of Jennifer Osborne. 4th row, Brooklyn Holland in the 2 car. To her outside from Fair Oaks, the 93 of Stephen Ingram. Final row, 3D, Caleb DeBem. And to the outside, 75, Bill Smith. Caleb DeBem, 18 years old, first start at Chico, but 2 wins. Ocean Speedway track championship also for the 18-year-old. Well, cars lining up, ready to roll. Final heat race of the night. Winner moves on to the dash. The fastest qualifier that finishes in the top 5 also moves on. Between Braden Charamonte and Chance Grasty, one of those two, it's time to bust a move. All right, lights out. Field is set. Green flag this time by. It's a slower start. Chance Grasty. Can the outside car get the advantage? And he will. Boy, he snuck by there barely. Nice start by Chance Grasty. He took a chance. It paid off. Sharamonte, Croft, Wood. And right now a battle deeper in the field sends one of the cars off the edge of the racetrack and stopping in the middle of the back straightaway. I believe that was DeCaris, and we go yellow. Bubba DeCaris had a great season up at Placerville Speedway this year, finished second to Forestburg. Looks like there's 2 laps down on our Napa Auto Parts scoreboard. 2 laps down, 6 to go. Your leader, Chance Grasty, in search of his first career heat race win ever at Silver Dollar Speedway, leads us back to the restart. Sharamonte second, Croft third, Wood runs fourth. And how about this? The 2 of Brooklyn Holland up to the 5th spot. Battling with her, behind her, would be the Ocean Speedway champion, DeBem, followed by Bill Smith. The Thompsons, DeCaris Motorsports, number 94, will resume at the rear of the field. 2 laps down, 6 to go, single file restart. Chance Grasty, Sassoon City, California, leads us back to the restart. And we're green. Wood looking to the bottom of Croft. Can't get there. Three laps down. DeCara's already getting around 2 cars. Back up front, battle for second. Sharamonte and Croft. Now Sharamonte extends it about 4 car lengths. Up front though, Grasty the leader. Inside, off of turn 2, DeBem gave it a shot, unable to make it happen against Jennifer Osborne. Brooklyn Holland stays in that 5th spot, trying to earn the transfer to the main. 1 to go. Off of turn 4, move Chance Grasty to the dash. Second spot, Sharamonte, followed by Croft, Wood, and Brooklyn Holland. Osborne, DeBem, DeCaris go to the B. The rest head to the C main event. Well, congratulations to Chance Grasty, the winner of heat race number 4. And it looks like the 29 of Double Down, Willie Croft, going to get a chance to speak. So we'll recognize his 25 years of racing, his final at Silver Dollar Speedway. He's got a couple more shows to run. He'll be back at the Trophy Cup, former champion of that event. But Willie, once again, we talked about him earlier, a professional through and through. And we're happy to have him here the final 2 nights at Silver Dollar Speedway. We'll send it downstairs to Elijah.
All right, thank you very much, Troy. Down here with Willie Croft. Willie, you ran 3rd there in that heat race, but your last weekend of racing here at Silver Dollar Speedway after a long 25-year racing career. What's going through your mind this weekend, and what are your goals going through tonight and tomorrow?
First of all, just running well. You know, we ran Placerville for the last time a few weeks ago. Was able to pick up a win there, and didn't run too good the second night, but just running well here. You know, I feel like this is kind of my home track in a way. Although I started in Marysville, I spent probably most of my time here racing in the earlier days of my career, and then you know, once I got traveling with NARC, and you know, that changed. But just want to run well. You know, on my main partner in my racing career throughout the years, Dave Wozni, he was from here, and you know, he passed away a couple years ago, and you know, I owe so much to so many people, and there's such a big crowd of people behind me and supporting me throughout my career, and just want to run well. I want to run well for them.
All right, well, great job, Willie. Good luck in the feature. Let him hear it one more time. Your veteran of the sport, Willie Croft, calling it a career at the end of this season. And we want to wish him well here at Silver Dollar Speedway for the rest of the weekend.
Well, thank you, Elijah. Appreciate Willie Croft taking a couple moments to talk to us. We would like to get to talk to him hopefully tomorrow too. So if we do, we'll recognize him, but we'll pay tributes to Willie Croft all weekend long. Well, a quick moment to allow the 92 a couple more laps for his Enduro car. We'll get the lineups out to the pit area, let the drivers know where they're going to start their upcoming C main or B main. Of course, the dash also headed our way soon. Looks like some of the drivers already headed that way. Looks like we might do the dash on the front straightaway, so we'll keep you updated on that. Downstairs, want to remind the people that are here, the Stephen Allard merchandise, the event shirt, and limited amount of hats are downstairs. The kettle corn downstairs, also our concessions up and running along with our friends at the Farmers Brewing beer booth. Tanner Homes, his family downstairs with their merchandise trailer. Great opportunity to get some Tanner Homes merchandise this weekend. How about this number? 77,000 subscribers on social media for Tanner Homes. If you haven't caught on yet, he's a great follow. I remember him, a teenager, getting the YouTube thing started, and every time I turn on YouTube or Instagram or something, I feel like I'm watching Tanner Homes do something, talk about life on the road, life at a racetrack, the cost of sprint car racing, you name it, he gets into it. And we hope his goal is to get to 80,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If there's any way we can help him do that over the PA system and also through FloRacing, make sure you hit subscribe to Tanner Homes. Want to remind the good folks, the only way to get Stephen Allard merchandise is to be here at Silver Dollar Speedway.